Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or rather, I guess when I'm posting this, good morning or good afternoon, even. Um, Forza Horizon 6 is mere months away at this point. Um, Depending on when the release date is, I mean, obviously, depending on what edition of the game you buy, if you are going to buy it, you will get to play it on varying release days, obviously, with the more expensive version coming out a little earlier. That's besides the point. Thought with the impending release of the game, it would be appropriate to talk about the series, the Forza Horizon series as a whole so far. Um, Talking about some of the things as someone who has played all the Forza Horizon games extensively and loved them, frankly, they are kind of what got me into cars the way that I am, which is incredible, obviously. So, sit back, relax, and we're going to kind of go through the Forza Horizon series, talk about a couple things that I really like, talk about some things that I didn't quite like and don't really like about the modern state of the game, and what I hope that they fix, and what I'm looking forward to from what we've seen and heard from the developers and other various content creators leading up to the release of Horizon 6, which hopefully promises to be the best Forza Horizon game yet. So I certainly hope that does end up being true. I have yet to actually pre-order the game yet, but I still got a little time. So anyway, first Forza Horizon game I actually ever played was Horizon 3. That was the one that I was first ever exposed to. Um Before that, I would play occasionally Forza Motorsport 4 on my Xbox 360, just because I happened to have the game. I was at that age where, like, I didn't really know a whole lot about video games on my own. Just, I think my dad had got me the game. Whatever. That's besides the point. And so it was, a little later that I would go back to Horizon 1 and 2. And I got to tell you, Horizon 1, they hit it. The balance in that game may very well be the best just overall feel, from the world to the cars and the storyline, the progression. Horizon 1 actually had progression that mattered and a storyline, which is something that I have certainly been waiting for them to bring back. And it seems like they're going to bring it back for Horizon 6 in one way or another. But yeah, in Horizon 1, you had to actually, at the start, you came in, you were a nobody, and you had to work your way up, driving progressively faster and faster cars throughout the story until you would finally get to face Darius Flynn, like the Horizon champion, and so to speak, overthrow him. So, and that's the most that Horizon has ever had in terms of the story, an actual progression and linear factor to the game. Because nowadays you look at Horizon 5, and I mean, they're giving you a Corvette or a Supra or whatever as your very first car. Like, they're giving you these really fast cars and immediately throwing you in like you're in Minecraft creative mode almost. Excuse me. And while I understand to casual player who isn't going to sit down for hours and hours on end, maybe they have a family or a job that they need to prioritize, completely fine. They don't want to have to sit and grind meticulously with what little time they have, bit by bit, to be able to drive their favorite cars. I get that, but still, it ultimately, the story and the journey, Horizon gives you this beautiful open world with every car virtually that you could ever want to drive in, with arguably the best combination of graphics and world design and map design and driving physics. Other games try and replicate it. Look at Need for Speed, look at Test Drive Unlimited, Solar Crown, look at The Crew, but all of them feel a little bit too arcadey, a little too unrealistic. There's always some aspect to them that just kind of separates it from reality, but Horizon kind of gives you that down to earth feel where you can just kind of blend in, drive normal if you want to, or you can go rip it down the highway in a $5 million car, driving 280 miles an hour if you want to. Gives you freedom to do all of that. My point is, Horizon has the best template and the best, like, I guess, catalog of features to give players the best experience out of any racing game ever, frankly. But they've been lacking in a very important department, and they've been kind of going downhill ever since. I think Horizon 5 maybe brought it back a little bit, but nowhere near Horizon 1. But with Horizon 6, there is hope, and a lot of it, because in Forza Horizon 6, if the devs and the content creators are to be believed, which certainly believe so, I think they are. When we load into the game for the first time, when we first land in Japan, we are going to be a nobody, an outsider, a tourist is the word that's been getting thrown around. Excuse me. Still getting over being sick. Um, yeah, we're going to be a tourist. We're not even going to be like a previous Horizon superstar or whatever we've been in the previous games. We're going back to Horizon 1. We're going back to being a nobody, an outsider looking in, just trying to step foot in Japan, get our feet wet, that sort of deal. And I just thinking about it now, this is honestly kind of the most I've really sat down and thought about it and thought about what this means. I'm excited for this game, man. I tell you what, I've been excited, but this feeling, because I was kind of late to the party. I mean, as late as you can be when you start playing pretty late in the Horizon 3 life cycle. But to get to experience something more akin to the vibe of Horizon 1 and just the soul and the heart and the liveliness of it, because that's what the recent games have been missing as well. Other than the story, they've been missing that liveliness feature, which seems weird because in Horizon 4 and 5 they've been pushing to make it more online, more always online. You're always able to interact with random people that are currently playing the game with these like always online servers, but it still felt dead. I mean, you see people just driving around, but no one interacts with anyone else unless you like spot a YouTuber. Like if you just happen to be driving around and you see Jack Ultramotive or whatever, like yeah, you'll go drive over and park next to him at the house on the East Coast or whatever if he's doing an intro. Anyway, other than stuff like that, like no one goes and just utilizes these features in the way the developers probably intended for them to be used. And it's kind of a shame because on paper, in like the demos and stuff when they're showing off the feature at E3 or whatever convention, yeah, it looks really cool because they're being shown off in the way that like it's dreamt that they'll be used. But then in practice, no one actually does it. Everyone kind of stays to themselves or stays like with their friends that they're in a Xbox party with, whatever. So it's strange because they've like tried to put all the liveliness into that, into the interaction with other people, that they've left the world. If you're just playing by yourself, it feels like you're alone. It feels like you're all alone. Even when you're in the most populated places on the map, like the festivals and the cities and such, you feel isolated because they keep all the spectators, all the people behind these supposedly impenetrable barriers that you can only break through with a glitch or whatever. So, but it really feels like they're going to be returning to tradition, which I think honestly, as a society, we need. We need it desperately with everything that's been going on in the world and in life, not just for me, but for all of us, not just in Texas, not just in the US, but everywhere for everyone. Is it too bold to say that I think Horizon 6 can be a kind of universal place to escape reality and try and find a world similar enough to our own that kind of brings back some good vibes, good feels? I certainly hope it is. I certainly hope that's what the game ends up being. I'm really excited for it. Um, I know this is maybe excuse me, not the highest production video in the world. Obviously, I'm still learning how to make videos, how to edit videos and such. You know, for the most part, I still just sit down at my computer, talking to a microphone and whatnot. Kind of cut up the footage a little bit here and there when I see fit, but um, I don't know. There's still style of content that I'm kind of comfortable making, and I'm slowly getting better at it, being more complex, but it's a process. But if you have enjoyed, if you're excited for Horizon 6, I almost said Horizon 5, I don't know why. And if you're excited for Forza Horizon 6 to come out, be sure to leave a like on this video. And I didn't even say the word controller freaks. This is technically an episode of Controller Freaks, my gaming related podcast. Um, so if you've been enjoying the series, where I basically just kind of sit down like this and talk or stand up and talk about video games, about whatever's on my mind relating to video games for a little while. Leave a like if you like these videos and leave a comment telling me what you're most excited for when Horizon 6 comes out and maybe something that you want me to talk about on this series. But with all that being said, thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time.